This conference will now be recorded.
We'd like to welcome everyone to the awards ceremony of the Terra Rochester Finger Lakes Science and Engineering Fair. We have a little housekeeping to begin first. In order to hear all of the speakers, every one of our guests must have their microphones on mute, please. Excellent. That's included if you are on a telephone, make sure your phone is also muted. In order to preserve the bandwidth for the presenters and the slideshow announcement, we want to make sure that no one has their cameras on except the fair directors and the key presenters. So please make sure your phones are muted, your computers, microphone is muted, and your cameras are off. Ms. Crosby, are you ready to go?
I'm ready.
Ms. White, are you ready to go?
Yes, ma'am.
Dr. Clark, are you ready to go?
I'm ready.
I think you can take it away.
All right, so the last PowerPoint slide we shared with you during your this one. And here we are as promised, celebrating the achievements of amazing middle and high school students who prevailed against all odds to present their independent science, research, and engineering design projects.
We are most happy to welcome Miss Allison Shultes, representing the Rochester Museum and Science Center. The museum has graciously hosted Terra Rochester Finger Lakes Science and Engineering Fair activities throughout the year, from many committee meetings to special events about the fair for families and educators. Now let's go to Miss Shultes.
Thank you, Dana. Hi, everyone. I'm Allison Shultes, the Director of Education at the Rochester Museum and Science Center. I'm honored to have the privilege of welcoming all of you, students, families, teachers, and sponsors, to tonight's celebration of your students' outstanding achievements within the Terra Science and Engineering Fair, and to recognize your commitment to making this year's fair happen virtually. Well, it was disappointing that we couldn't host the fair at the museum again this year. I am happy to be here tonight and to share my congratulations with you all. These last few weeks have posed many new challenges for all of us, and at the museum, we are finding ourselves facing the new challenge of reshaping what we do and how we do it in our new virtual world. While the what we do and how we do it has inevitably changed, the why behind it all, our mission to be a place for our community to find and share in the joy of learning, remains the same. Tonight, you are all of our why. Your passion for technology, engineering, and math is so evident in your commitment to overcoming the challenges of this year's virtual fair, and is so important now more than ever. Thank you for your inspiration, partnering with the RMFT, and congratulations again. I look forward to seeing all of you at the museum in the very near future and at next year's fair. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Allison. We would also like to thank Dr. Femi Damkati for his vision and support. As the president of Terra Science and Education, he enables our students to count on having their regional fair both now and in the years to come. Now let's go to Dr. Damkati.
Thank you, and I would like to congratulate all the teachers and the parents who supported these students to achieve these projects and then managed to submit them and then managed to present them even though we didn't have a physical fair. As a Terra Science and Education nonprofit organization, we are dedicated to provide support services to all those who are involved in innovation and education. And our focus is mainly Central New York, but we do have programs nationwide as well as worldwide. Terra Science actually is currently managing nationwide Bahamas research, as well as publishing Journal of High School Research, which has already published 3 issues and currently working on its 4th issue. In addition, we have Genius Olympiad, which is the international science and engineering fair that we organize, which has participants from 80 different countries and 45 states. So Rochester and engineering fair is actually part of this, our global perspective in terms of support science and education. And we have been doing this fair last 3 years, and then we have been expanding in terms of outreaching to the new schools and new territories in that regard. And I would like to thank 2 people who make this year's fair a success. Those are Maya Crosby and Donna Whites. And the reason is they are the directors of Rochester Science and Engineering Fair. They are the 2 main brains and the powers who make this thing happen. Especially this year, as we have to switch things from a physical fair to a virtual fair. I think we are one of the few fairs which decided to do that and make it happen within 2-3 weeks. All these congratulations actually go to them for their efforts and time for planning and doing these things. Thank you.
Thank you, Femi. Maya and I would also like to thank our core committee members for putting in hours of work throughout the year to help make this happen. Thank you to Tracy, Ram, Mark, Christy, Kenton, Carol, Mike, Ben, Andy, Sheila, Jen, Utah, Rich, and Harold. Without your help, this would not be possible.
Dana and I would also like to ask every student to take this moment to thank everyone who helped them make it to the Rochester Finger Lake Science and Engineering Fair. That includes your family, your sponsors, your teachers, your drivers, people who answered questions, friends who listened to practice presentations, all the people who believed you could do it. If they are not with you now, please email them or text them tomorrow or say hi to them and just say thank you. Now we'd like to move on to the portion of our ceremony that is for special awards. These are prizes and commendations with particular sponsors, and they are selected according to specific guidelines. One note, instead of applause or congratulations after each award winner, we're going to hold all of our congratulations until the end of the ceremony. So thank you for holding your congratulations until the end.
All right, we'll start out with the Bobby Alcock Founders Award. It's presented to the top scoring project in the field of chemistry in honor of the founding co-director of our predecessor fair, the Ying TRFSEF. Honorees receive a special chemistry pin and an award certificate.
Zachary Ditkowski, Xian Chow and Michalina Nicodemus, Elena Seeberger.
The American Psychological Association Award features a project with a set of scientific data which it then applies to human attitudes and fears. The honoree receives an award certificate signed by Catherine L. Gruss, Acting Chief Education Officer of the American Psychological Association.
Alyssa Fitzhugh and Raveen Kaur.
The ASM International Award goes to the most outstanding project in materials science, demonstrating some aspect of the materials paradigm, such as the relationship between processing and performance. The chair of the ASM Materials Education Foundation Board of Trustees signed this award certificate.
Jonathan Seeberger.
The project receiving the Association for Women Geoscientists Student Award for Geoscience Excellence must exemplify high standards of innovativeness and scientific excellence in the geosciences. This project should promote sensitivity to the Earth as a global system. Longtime chair of the Association Student Award for Geoscience Excellence, Valerie Honeycutt, signed the award certificate for this student.
Cassandra Northrup.
This female high school student demonstrates ability in technology and the potential to become an innovator. Engineers from the Eagle View Technologies, Inc. Rochester office personally selected the recipient of their Women in Technology Award based upon their interviews on Fair Day. The awardee receives a framed certificate.
Madeline Cotter.
In memory of Mrs. Ernstens, a Latvian teacher who came to the States as a refugee, the Make a Difference Award acknowledges projects whose continuation could make the world a better place. Thus, certificate and pin presented to these awardees will come with excerpts from the photographic essay written by Mrs. Ernstens, sharing a year spent in England as her family waited for entry into the United States.
Hannah Knapp, Ismail Walid.
A formal letter of encouragement from the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency will be presented to certain TRFSEF students. Their projects have demonstrated the students' clear interest in environmental science or environmental engineering.
Niyukari Serafina and Phoenix Session. Madeline Cotter, Peyton McQuiston, Cody Ditkowski, Cassandra Northrup, Ashua Essa, Alexia Savage, Michael Hill, Micah Toner, Riley Liebeck, Ismail Walid, Zahara Mallory, Ambrose Weidman.
The Helmer Volunteer Award for True Potential continues a tradition established by dedicated fair volunteers Jane and Barbara Helmer. They comb the fair looking for students who deserve to know they had the potential to succeed. Our Helmer honorees receive an award certificate and a Helmer medal.
Benjamin Homer, Nate Melnick.
With the Hemphill Dedication Founders Award, we recognize an outstanding teacher or science fair director who has become a guiding light for our region in STEM education. In honor of Dr. Ernest and Mrs. Bobby Hemphill, outstanding STEM educators and longtime science fair advocates, the awardee receives a Hemphill Medal and a Certificate of Appreciation.
Sophia Kim.
Through the Lemelson Early Inventor Prize, the Lemelson Foundation and the Society for Science and the Public honor young inventors who create a promising solution to real-world problems. This honoree will receive a $100 award and an award certificate from the Lemelson Foundation.
Cody Ditkowski.
This sponsor of the Emmy Wood and Associates Mathematic Award has no interest in software packages, but rather in excellent mathematics. The student must understand the actual math used in both the research process and the analysis of results. With an award certificate, this honoree also receives a unique medallion.
Madeline Olek.
Dana, would you mind taking this one? My file, it just got corrupted.
Yeah, I can do it. The individual projects selected for the Office of Naval Research, U.S. Navy, and Marine Corps Award have demonstrated excellence in science or engineering. The award certificate from Rear Admiral David Hahn comes with a U.S. Navy sling pack, power bank charger, dog tag, USB flash drive, USB flash memory drive, and a USB dual charger.
Akusawa Essa, Michael Hill, Micah Towner, Ambrose Weidman.
The Science Talent Search is our nation's oldest and most prestigious science and mathematics competition. Only 11th grade students who brought individual projects to the Research and Engineering Design Division can be recommended to submit their work to the STS. These students receive detailed instructions to access the online portal for the Science Talent Search. Nearly 1,900 students enter the Regeneron STS each year. Next winter, 300 will be selected as scholars, and of that number, 40 will become finalists and compete live in Washington, D.C.
Tian Zhao and Michelina Nicodemus.
The RICO Sustainable Development Award recognizes outstanding efforts to address issues of environmental responsibility and sustainable development, especially when those ideas are innovative. With the award certificate, the honoree will also receive a letter from Kosuke Ito, Director of the Sustainability Management Center at RICO USA Incorporated.
Akusawa Essa.
Students demonstrating technical aptitude receive the Selby Hancock's Memorial Award for Independent Technical Achievement. Mr. Hancock was both an engineer and a mechanic and carefully taught skilled trades to the young people in his life. With an award certificate, these honorees also receive a unique medallion.
Maria Kim, Marshall Pennington, Alexia Savage.
The Society for In Vitro Biology Award honors a high school student presenting the most outstanding project dealing with plant or animal in vitro biology or tissue culture. The honoree will receive a certificate from the president of the society.
Yenyi Chen and Irini Morkos.
The U.S. Air Force Award features students whose projects demonstrate their strong interest in science or engineering. These honorees receive an award certificate in an official U.S. Air Force portfolio.
Jaden Ayers, Xian Zhao and Michelina Nicodemus. Terrence Jones Jr. and Hasib Shaw, Anna Knapp.
The United States Metric Association Award honors a project that not only uses metric measurements accurately, but also applies them to measurements integrally important to the research. This honoree receives an award certificate from the president of the U.S. Metric Association and the U.S. Metric Association Science Fair Coordinator.
Cole Bard.
The Yale Science and Engineering Association wishes to honor an outstanding project in the areas of computer science, engineering, physics, or chemistry. The award certificate and the accompanying Yale medallion will be shipped to this honoree from the society.
Amy Feng.
This next section of our award ceremony is the announcement of fair honors. Honor students receive bronze, silver, or gold medallions based upon their scores from judging. TRFSEF is most grateful for the generous donations from the Rochester section of IEEE and the Central Western section of STANIS, which make it possible for the students to receive cash awards as well.
The recipients of TRFSEF honors show above average understanding of a scientific or engineering principle. Honor students receive a bronze fair medallion and a prize of $20.
Elijah Allen, Alexia Savage, Adeline Chan, Ismail Walid, Hannah Knapp, Blaze Weidman, Kedis Missingall, Terrence Jones Jr. and Hasib Shaw, Marianne Lettisman, and Victoria Torres.
The students selected to receive high honors commendations show above average understanding of a scientific or engineering principle. Their oral presentations were marked by well above average effort, attention to detail, and level of interest. High honor students receive a silver fair medallion and a prize of $35.
Cole Bard, Micah Kim, Zachary Ditkowski, Riley Liebeck, Amy Feng, Alana Seeberger, Sydney Haas, Micah Towner, Maria Kim, Ambrose Weidman.
The TRFSEF highest honors students show clear, in-depth understanding of a scientific or engineering principle. Their oral presentations are marked by superior effort, attention to detail, and level of interest. Highest honors students receive a gold fair medallion and a prize of $50.
Ezekiel Chan, Yangyi Chen and Irini Morkos, Elizabeth Cotter, Madeline Cotter, Cody Ditkowski, George Morkos, and Sarah Morkos.
The TRFSEF Award for Curiosity recognizes the topic presentation division's top scoring project, qualifying the student for both the highest honors medallion and the cash award of $50.
Marshall Pennington.
As we close the special awards portion of tonight's ceremony, we have a special announcement. In recognition of the efforts required of these young scholars to compete successfully in our virtual fair, the Rochester Museum and Science Center has donated 2 tickets for every student. Your pair of tickets will be delivered to you by mail with your certificates of participation in the coming weeks.
Before we begin the final portion of the ceremony, the TRFSEF directors will now announce the formal crossing over of every 8th grader. These students will receive their senior sash with their certificates of participation. At the close of today's ceremony, these students will be authorized to begin the research for their first senior research and engineering division project. For the first time, they will also become eligible for the Genius Olympiad and the Regeneron International Science and Engineering Fair.
Elijah Allen, Madeline Olnick, Cody Ditkowski, Alexia Savage, Benjamin Homer, Ismail Walid, Elijah Killings, Ambrose Weidman, Kiddush Mishkanah.
This is the final portion of tonight's ceremony, including the awarding of fair honors, scholarships and cash prizes, and advancements to events and competitions for which our students represent the Tara Rochester Finger Lakes Science and Engineering Fair.
The Tara Science and Education Foundation presents cash awards to the schools or programs bringing the most students to the TRFSEF. The impact of broad school participation in science, research, and engineering design experiences can change the course of so many student lives. Tara encourages every school in the TRFSEF region to contact our office about free support, guidance, and tools available to grades K through 12 and youth organizations.
First prize of $2,000, RIT STEP. Second prize of $1,000, Allendale, Columbia.
Only middle school students are eligible for the Finger Lakes Community College STEAM Camp Scholarship. The awardee receives an award certificate and a full scholarship for a week-long STEAM camp hosted by Finger Lakes Community College.
Kiddush Mishkanah.
The Dr. Reed Jazier Energy 21 Symposium Award targets projects that must refer clearly to issues in energy, renewables, environmental science, or environmental management. Dr. Reed Jazier, founder of the Energy 21 Symposium, sponsors her scholars for a full day's participation in this gathering of energy leaders from across America.
Akusawa Essa.
The recipient of the St. John Fisher College Scholarship was personally selected by a professional or by a professor from St. John Fisher who participated in the second round judging on April 6th. St. John Fisher College of Rochester offers this awardee a free college course through the college.
Riley Liebeck.
The Clarkson School Young Scholars Award debuts at the 2020 TRFSEF. The uniquely talented high school student in computer science, health sciences, or psychology selected for this award is ready for more sophisticated research opportunities. The awardee receives a full scholarship to attend a one-week summer research residency at the Clarkson School in Potsdam, New York. Upon completion of the residency, the awardee will receive a $4,000 scholarship to Clarkson University.
Amy Feng.
In response to COVID-19 and the cancellation of so many fairs, Broadcom this year invites every Tara Rochester and Finger Lakes Science and Engineering Fair 6th through 8th grader who presented a research and engineering design project to submit their work to the Broadcom Masters National Middle School Competition. All nominees who enter the national competition are eligible to receive a t-shirt, bumper sticker, and other prizes, including a special edition booklet of invention and innovation articles from Science News for Students, courtesy of the Lemelson Foundation.
Elijah Allen, Terrence Jones Jr., Madeline Olnick, Kenny Amon, Maria Kim, Alexia Savage, Cole Bard, Peyton McQuiston, Hasib Shaw, Adeline Chan, Kiddish Miskanaw, Micah Towner, Cody Jitkowski, Nate Mlyniec, Blaze Weidman, Benjamin Homer, Ambrose Weidman.
The Stockholm Junior Water Prize honors outstanding water-related research in fields such as water quality, water resource management, water protection, or water and wastewater treatments. With the award certificate comes advancement. This honoree will receive detailed instructions for submission of his or her research to the Stockholm Junior Water Prize New York State competition.
Sydney Haas.
Before we announce the grand awards, there is one more surprise for our students, the International Journal of High School Research. Because so many doors have closed to young scholars recently, Terra Science and Education has decided to open a new one.
Every high school student who presented a virtual TRFSEF this month may submit their paper to Terra's International Journal for review and consideration by its editors. If your paper is published, you will receive printed copies of your issue of the journal. Look for details in the flyer to be included with your certificate of participation.
For the New York State Science Congress, 2 projects have been selected to represent the Terra Rochester Finger Lakes Science and Engineering Fair, sponsored by the Central Western section of STANIS, the Science Teachers Association of New York State. Whether an advanced competition is held or not during these days of COVID-19, the awardees' permanent records will show the great honor bestowed upon them by the science teachers of our region.
Micah Kim, George Morcos, and Sarah Morcos.
Two projects will be advanced as finalists to the Genius Olympiad for premier international pre-collegiate competition related to the environment. Students from 80 countries compete for this honor. The students who presented the 2 finalist projects will each receive an award certificate and a $10,000 per year renewal scholarship to the Rochester Institute of Technology.
Yengi Chen and Irene Morcos, Riley Liebeck.
The finalists for the Regeneron International Science and Engineering Fair represent the 2 best projects in the 2020 Terra Rochester Finger Lakes Science and Engineering Fair from among the senior research and engineering design projects in all categories. These students will now join the lifelong network of Nobel laureates and other noted alumni of the International Science and Engineering Fair. They will submit their research to the Society for Science and the Public. The abstracts of their work will be included in the permanent and publicly available archives of Regeneron International Science and Engineering Fair.
Elizabeth Cotter, Madeline Cotter.
Our last housekeeping. STEM Wizard does not collect addresses, but Terra needs the postal address of every student and teacher so we can mail you your RMSC tickets, participation certificates, and other award items. Please email those to terrafairs@terraed.org by tomorrow at 5 p.m. or text 315-559-9374. You will see that information in the chat box on your screen. We will also send it to everyone through STEM Wizard.
Hopefully everybody can see those emails that are in the chat box and a phone call. A phone number for you to text. And now, thank you for sharing this amazing experience. Your determination and talent will certainly take you far. Be sure to check your emails even though the fair is over. You will connect with great things in the coming weeks through the Tara, Rochester, and Finger Lakes Science and Engineering Fair. Now, we would love to see the faces of as many of our TRFSEF students as possible. If you're using a computer or a cell or anything that has a camera capability, please click on the camera button so we can see an image of your face with everyone at the ceremony tonight, and turn on your microphone. We can give everybody a great big round of applause. Good job, everyone.
It says share.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, everyone. Amazing.
Nice work, everybody.
Great job. Congratulations, everyone.
You miss everybody. It's yet baby's friend. Where's a bunch of people are leaving. Oh, Bradley Jan left. Oh wow. Yeah, I'm not looking for anybody anymore. Yeah, we're probably the last people in the season.
I don't know how to turn it off now. How do I do it?
Is it Micah Towner? No. Yes, it is. That is Micah.
Prove it. Make it bigger.
That is Micah.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Micah. Hi, Ethan. He's muted. You're muted, Micah. Unmute yourself.
Hi.
Hi, guys. Congratulations.
Just shouting at 31.
Thank you.
It must be in a queue. This guy's on the whole time.
It's cute. Are Seaburgers gone? Probably. No. Hi, Seaburgers.
You're muted.
We can't hear you. Congratulations.
Seabird, they got a cow with a white beard.
Congratulations, Seaburgers.
Hi.
Why is everybody like on couches? Because they're not in bedroom. Yeah, most of everybody left. Oh, great.
Jim left. He left.
You know he was there.
Congratulations to all.
Three cheers for wonderful kids, and thank you to all the presenters.
Hip hip hooray, hip hip hooray.
Go ahead.
Congratulations to everyone. Great job. Great job.
And thanks to Maya and Dana too.
Thank you, Andy.
Thank you guys for so much in such a tough time.
Thanks, Andy.
God bless everybody.
God bless.
God bless.
Have a good night.
And stay safe, people, for next year.
That's the goal.
That's the goal. Night night.
Good night.
Okay.